Once upon a time in a dark and scary forest lived a little fox named Finn. Every day he saw the tall trees and the bushes and the tall grass and wondered what lay beyond the forest. He wanted to see the world, but all the grown-ups in the forest had told him scary stories about the outside world and had warned him not to go there. But Finn was a brave little fox and he wasn't scared of anything. So one day when no one was looking, he decided to run away from home and go exploring. He ran and ran until he came to a wide river. The water was so deep and the current so strong that Finn knew he couldn't swim across. He looked around for a way to get to the other side and spotted a fallen log that spanned the entire river. Carefully, he made his way to the end of the log and began to walk across. But the second he stepped onto the log, it started to move. The strong current had caught the log and was pulling it downstream. Finn quickly realized that if he didn't do something, the log would drift into the deeper part of the river and he would be swept away. Thinking fast, he jumped off the log and grabbed onto some roots that hung off the bank. Pulling himself up, he scrambled onto the shore just as the log disappeared into the water. Shaking with fear, Finn realized how dangerous the outside world was. But he had crossed the river and was now on the other side. So he took a deep breath and continued on his way. After a while, he heard some dogs barking and the sound of people talking. He looked through the bushes and saw some hunters with their dogs. They were looking for a wild boar that had been rooting around in their crops. When they had gone, Finn came out of his hiding spot and continued on his way. Not long after this, he came across an old tortoise. The tortoise had been watching him and said in a creaky voice, "Well, hello there, little fox. Why are you in these parts?" Finn politely explained that he was exploring the world. "That's a very ambitious goal for such a young fox," the tortoise said slowly. "But to get to the meadow beyond my field, you'll have to answer my riddle correctly. If you do, I'll let you pass. But if you don't, then I'm afraid you'll have to turn back." Finn thought for a moment. "Okay, ask your question," he said. The tortoise asked, "What has an eye but cannot see?" Finn thought hard. He thought it could be a needle or a pin, but those didn't seem right. Just then, he remembered that he had passed a bush with a bunch of white flowers on it. "Could it be a flower?" he said. "Is it a flower?" The tortoise's eyes popped open in surprise. She had expected the little fox to get her riddle wrong, but apparently he was very smart. She smiled and said, "Very good, little fox. You may pass," and with that, she ambled off. After walking for a bit longer, Finn finally saw it, a beautiful green meadow full of yummy berries and sweet-smelling flowers. As he was about to pounce on a juicy-looking berry bush, he heard a tiny squeak. Looking around, he saw a little mouse stuck in some ivy. Quickly, he ran over and with some gentle nips, set the mouse free. The mouse thanked Finn and told him that she was on her way to find some food for her family, then she dashed off. As Finn continued on, he heard a loud crash and saw a rabbit that had been caught in a hunter's snare. When he told the rabbit that it was free, it hopped out and ran away. All the animals that Finn had helped were so grateful that a kind and clever predator had come to rescue them. When the sun began to set, Finn knew it was time to head home. He had seen the world and had lots of adventures. He had even helped some animals in need and made new friends. Walking past the tortoise, he thought to himself, maybe being smart and kind is more important than being brave. At least it was for him.